The Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic day to dive into the latest Genoa City drama, and we are so ready to spill the tea with all of you. Grab your iced coffees, buckle up, and let's get into the madness. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. And you need to drop everything because we need to talk about this now. I am filming this while I am literally running errands, dodging traffic, and clutching my steering wheel for dear life because my brain cannot process the sheer, unadulterated cinematic mayhem that just went down on The Young and the Restless. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. We are not just watching this show anymore, we are invested. Like, I am personally offended by what Nick Newman just did. And I am spiraling over his choices like he is my real-life neighbor who just crashed his car into my mailbox. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over my expensive white rug when I saw the update. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because I could not handle the audacity. Bestie, be for real right now. We all knew his impossibly short stint in rehab was a giant, waving red flag, right? But escaping? Literally sneaking out of a high-security rehabilitation center because he has absolutely zero willpower to stay clean? That is straight up unhinged. Nick Newman, the so-called golden boy, the moral compass of the family who is always judging Adam, just threw away his entire recovery because he couldn't fight the demons in his head. The trauma from Matt Clark in Vegas has completely broken him, and I am hyperventilating just thinking about it. I mean, let us genuinely dissect the tea with absolute cinematic mayhem here. Nick didn't just check out against medical advice. He literally vanished into the night like a ghost. He had absolutely no resolve, no determination to fight for his sobriety. This is a full-blown psychological masterpiece of a breakdown, where the stakes are astronomical. He is out there on the streets, vulnerable, erratic, and completely consumed by his addiction. And don't even get me started on the vibes. The sheer disrespect to his family is staggering. Victor literally just gave Nikki her ring back. They were having this whole grand romantic recommitment ceremony after Nikki's terrifying nightmare and temporary blindness, trying to start a fresh chapter, and Nick just drops this nuclear bomb on their happiness. It is giving major, I cannot even energy. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Because the minute Nick hopped the fence of that luxury rehab center, the whole vibe of the show shifted into a gritty, terrifying thriller. We are talking about the dead of night, Genoa City looking all shadowy and menacing, and Nick is just wandering the streets. Instead of calling a sponsor, instead of calling Sharon, who is already dealing with the shocking return of Mariah from her mental health facility, Nick actively seeks out the darkest corners of the city. He goes looking for drug dealers. Nick Newman, a billionaire heir, prowling the streets in the dark to score drugs. I am genuinely unwell watching this unfold. It is so dark, so tragic, and yet I am totally living for the drama, because the acting is just top tier. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, he actually found them. In the dead of the night, Nick tracked down these sketchy, dangerous drug dealers. The lighting in this scene was probably all neon and sinister, casting these long, dramatic shadows over his face, highlighting how far he has fallen. He handed over his cash, completely surrendering to the addiction. It wasn't just a moment of weakness, it was a total collapse of his sanity. He used again. Nick Newman relapsed hard, right there in the shadows, letting the drugs take over his system to numb the homicidal rage and trauma he's been carrying since Vegas. Bestie, I was screaming at my screen. I wanted to jump through the TV and shake him, and then, oh my god, the Genoa City Police Department actually decided to do their jobs for once. I am genuinely shocked. The police realized he was missing and launched a massive high-stakes manhunt for him. Sirens wailing, red and blue lights flashing, flashlights cutting through the darkness of the city alleys. It was like a movie. The GCPD was tearing the city apart, trying to find Victor Newman's son before he ended up dead in a ditch. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I was sitting there, biting my nails down to the quick, practically vibrating with anxiety. They were hunting him down like he's a fugitive on America's Most Wanted, and the whole time, my heart was pounding out of my chest. Oh my gosh, hold on. I just got distracted by this weird humming noise in my car. Is my AC broken? It sounds like a dying lawnmower. Whatever. Ignore that. Back to the tea. So the police are scouring every inch of the city, and the Newman family gets the call. The terrible, horrible, no good, very bad news that Nick is missing and a manhunt is underway. Can you even imagine the panic at the Newman ranch? Victor and Nikki's romantic bubble popping instantly. The sheer terror of knowing your son is out there, addicted, desperate, and running from the cops. It is literally my worst nightmare, and I am crying real tears for them right now. The stakes have never been higher, and I am clutching my chest because this is just too much. And then comes the moment that actually destroyed me. The climax of this absolute train wreck. The police finally tracked him down. They busted into this random, dingy trap house, a place so disgusting and far removed from the Newman ranch that it honestly gave me whiplash. And there he was, Nick Newman, the former golden boy, getting arrested while actively doing drugs with a group of random addicts. I literally gasped so loud, I choked on my own spit. The police slapped cuffs on him while he was completely out of it, surrounded by strangers in the lowest point of his entire life. The visual of him being dragged out by the cops, completely broken and defeated, is burned into my retinas forever. I am forever changed by this scene. The devastation, you guys. The sheer, unadulterated devastation back at the ranch. Victor Newman, the mustache himself, is completely powerless, and you know how much he hates that. He can buy multinational conglomerates. He can fake hostile takeovers with Adam to protect Sally Spectra. He can threaten Matt Clark until he's blue in the face. But he cannot save his own son from this addiction. Seeing Victor look so utterly defeated, so heartbroken and angry, it is genuinely jarring. He is officially on my do not perceive list, because seeing him this vulnerable makes me too uncomfortable. He is supposed to be the invincible patriarch, but right now, he is just a terrified, grieving father watching his son self-destruct on a public stage. And Nikki? Oh my god, my heart actually shatters into a million pieces for Nikki. She has battled her own brutal demons with alcoholism for decades. She knows exactly what it feels like to hit rock bottom, to be consumed by a substance until you don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. Seeing her son, her precious Nick, succumb to the exact same darkness, it is destroying her soul. And by extension, it is destroying mine. She was just starting to heal from her terrifying nightmare and that awful temporary blindness, and now she is thrown right back into the fiery pits of hell. She is sobbing, she is terrified, and she cannot accept this reality. The pain in her eyes was so raw, I literally had to pause the episode to scream into a pillow. Then there is Victoria. Miss Corporate Ice Queen is absolutely losing her mind. She's been so busy making peace with Kyle Abbott and gaslighting Nikki in her nightmares that seeing her brother get publicly arrested for doing drugs in a trap house is completely shattering her polished exterior. Victoria is all about the Newman image, the legacy, the pristine reputation of the family name. Having Nick hauled off to jail in front of the whole town while high on drugs is a PR nightmare, but more than that, it is a personal tragedy she cannot control. She is devastated. She is furious, and she is completely at her wit's end. The entire Newman family is fracturing in real time, and I am sitting here watching the empire crumble. I'm calling it right now, besties. The villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because there is no way the Newmans just quietly sweep this under the rug. Victor is going to go on a rampage against whoever sold those drugs to Nick. The GCPD better watch their backs, because Victor will probably try to buy the entire police force just to get Nick out of jail and into a secure, lockdown facility. And Nick. Nick is going to wake up in a cold, concrete jail cell, detoxing and realizing that he has lost absolutely everything. His dignity, his freedom, his family's trust. It is going to be the most agonizing, dramatic fallout in the history of Genoa City, and I am genuinely not ready for the emotional damage it is going to cause me. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on. But seriously, think about how this impacts everyone else. Sharon is going to lose her mind when she finds out. She's trying to protect Mariah from Devon Winter's wrath, and now the father of her children is sitting in a jail cell on drug charges. The domino effect of Nick's escape from rehab is going to tear through Genoa City like a Category 5 hurricane. Every single person connected to him is going to be dragged into this mess. The trauma from Vegas, the Matt Clark situation, it's all boiling over, and Nick is the one paying the ultimate price. I am literally hyperventilating right now, just mapping out all the potential storylines. Basically, this situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this world-shattering saga. The Newmans are officially at their wits' end. They cannot accept this anymore, and I don't blame them. How many times can you watch someone you love destroy themselves before you just break? Nikki, Victor, and Victoria are drowning in sorrow and frustration. They tried to get him help, they put him in rehab, and he threw it all back in their faces to go get high in a trap house with strangers. It's tragic, it's chaotic, and it is the most gripping television I have ever seen. I need to go lay down and stare at the ceiling for an hour, because my grip on reality is officially slipping. Okay, I literally have to go before I get a parking ticket, because I've been sitting here screaming into my phone for 20 minutes. But you guys need to get in the comments right now and tell me how you are coping with this Nick Newman disaster, because I am totally unwell. Keep your eyes peeled for the next update, because you know I will be back here, probably crying, to break down whatever insane twist happens next. Until then, stay hydrated, stay safe, and try not to escape rehab.